Iron Man 3 trailer. Okay, when I first saw this trailer, it was insane. The trailer for the trailer for this movie is insane. It has a very dark tone. It has that Dark Knight Rises feel. And basically the movie's about, if you wonder who the Mandarin is, the Mandarin is the Batman's Joker, but he's more dangerous. He possesses these rings, the Center Mach 1 rings, that give him each power. If you have all 10, then you're already deadly. For some reason, from this film, it's based off the Extremist storyline, where Tony gets nanotech, and pretty much he makes a nanotech suit. But in this movie, it's so dark, and I love the tone shift. And this is gonna be better than Iron Man 2. This is this is probably gonna beat the Avengers. The style and the visuals look so much like Avengers. The story, basically a few months after New York, after the Chari invasion, Iron Man, Tony Stark cannot sleep. When he sleeps, he has nightmares. So it looks like this event haunted him, like when he almost died. So then he learned. So then he has to start caring, like if a lot of people trying to kill me. So the only thing that's important is to you. So then the Mandarin destroys Tony Stark's home, destroys all the suits, almost kills Tony Stark and Pepper Potts. Pepper Pot is chained. Mandarin is so amazing. Iron Patriot, damn. The visuals for this movie are amazing. The action is so badass. And Iron Man 3 is going to break a lot of money. There are going to be a lot of villains in this movie. So Iron Man 3 is going to be one hell of a challenge. So how long is this going to be, this movie? Iron Man 3. It's going to be one hell of an adventure, because it tells a story of, does the man make the suit or the suit make the man? So I think Tony actually chooses the suit. Well, on Tony's perspective, I think he would probably chooses the man. I really think that Iron Man 3 is going to be fantastic, because I think that the story that they're pulling off is actually super dark and super realistic. That Iron Man is facing his Joker, and he's afraid to lose everything close to him. Pepper Potts, his true love. Rhodey, Iron Patriot. He might lose all his friends. He might lose people close to him. So he wants to make up for it, because he almost died. He almost died trying to save the Avengers and the Atari invasion. So I can't believe it, though. I can't believe we have to wait next summer. The tone of the movie fits into the Avengers now. I don't know what, Iron Man 2 was a prologue. Iron Man's perfect, but Iron Man 3, the tone is amazing. It actually fits in the tone of the Avengers, and it makes sense that Tony would be traumatized, that he almost got killed, and then he wants it kind of makes sense that he's traumatized. He almost got killed saving the world, but then he feels like he doesn't have enough time spending time with Pepper. But then the Mandarin shows up and ruins his life completely. He blows up his house, blows up his armor, he kidnaps the love of his life, and he's struggling to survive because of the Mandarin. The Mandarin is one bad guy. By the way, the Mandarin possesses these rings, which is before. I think he also has magic and sorcery. I think he has magic and sorcery, I think. And these rings are so powerful that Tony can die. If you want more information, watch Iron Man Armored Avengers. It's a teenage version of Iron Man, but they have a Mandarin that's similar to this, actually. But he's a teenager, so I recommend you watch that. It explains the whole entire Mach 1 rings, but completely different. I think that the roles of all the characters fit. Pepper Potts is gonna be, the typical Daniel Distress, but then I think she'll probably fight. fight for her escape. And then I think Tony is a more ripped character now because he almost died. He almost died. He's afraid of losing everything close to him, and he's struggling to survive because the Mandarin is crippling him since his heart is a wet because his heart is the heart piece is his weakness. So I think the Mandarin's gonna exploit that weakness and kill him. So he destroys all the suits, cripples Iron Man mentally and physically. Then he then he breaks Iron Man's heart, and then he breaks Iron Man's heart or Tony's heart. So Mandarin breaks his stuff, destroys him physically and mentally, and he gets his love of his life. I think Mandarin is trying to break Tony down. I don't know why he's going after him, but I think all the events that transpired, I think he wants some attention. And he lost so much stuff that it's really amazing, though, how he pulled it off. And I can't believe it. This movie is gonna be so action-packed, and they said there are gonna be a lot of villains. So this movie is gonna be insane. What is Iron Patriot gonna do? Is Iron Man gonna see Pepper Potts and defeat the Mandarin while Iron Patriot is doing something else? That actually makes sense, though. But I love the color design of War Machine going to Iron Patriot. It's so perfect. He looks so cool with that color of transition. And I really think Tony himself is going. I can't stop the Mandarin, but he must try his hardest, and he must just try his hardest and his best to defeat the Mandarin and gain back his love and have, well, not revenge, well, to stop the Mandarin once and for all. I think he's probably gonna have revenge. Well, anyway, pretty much, I think this is my thoughts on Iron Man 3. First of all, it's gonna have the Dark Knight Rises tone. The theme is does the man make the suit, or the man makes the suit? Does the suit make the man, or the man makes the suit? I think that's Tony's goal. I think that's the story, though. And I think that Tony is getting new technology so he can upgrade his suit again. Iron Man's all about upgrading his suit and evolving. So his new suit is nanotech. So he has the ability to get the Iron Man pieces onto his arm without putting it on. So I think the transition to armor to nanotech is probably better. And I also think that that Tony's feelings for Pepper are growing stronger. So I think that actually is kind of sweet. That is kind of sweet. Really, it is sweet. I think Tony's world is actually Pepper's, and he doesn't like any other girl. Well, it worked. It only worked. It did in Iron Man, but now since Iron Man 2 and in the Avengers, Tony has really inflicted his feelings on Pepper, and it was really amazing, though. I bet they both feel so power and love that Tony has to save. Tony has to save his loved ones. It's kind of like Dark Knight Rises. Bane cripples Batman. Mandarin cripples Batman. It's basically Dark Knight Rises, but with Marvel characters. And I think that Iron Man 3 is so much better. Dark Knight Rises, people who love that movie understand, but this has a better tone, a better story, and it already has an established universe. And this is also the end of Iron Man. This is an end of Iron Man. Well, the end, well, in Phase 2 anyway. And I think that is the tone of Phase 2. Is the tone for Phase 2? I got the idea that the tone for Iron Man 3 is dark and realistic story. Is that gonna happen for Captain America? If it happens to Captain America, that would be perfect. If it has these visuals for all the Marvel movies and the tone, I think nothing is gonna stop them from making money and continuing with their successes. And plus, Kevin Feige And the Marvel Studios love adapting stories from Marvel Comics. So that's one thing, though. I'm getting more Marvel knowledge because of the universe. They're twisting things around, but I don't really care. So really, the Marvel Cinematic Universe is making so much money. It has so great stories, characters that you feel and connect with, and you relate to them. That's what Stan Lee intended to do, and Kevin Feige is doing the same thing. And now they have Josh Whedon. Nothing's gonna stop them. So I think Iron Man 3 is going to be a better success than the other Iron Man films, and I think this is probably gonna make double the money of Iron Man 2 and Iron Man 1. And I think if the tone of Phase 2 is like this, people are gonna go crazy for Captain America and Thor and Guardians of the Galaxy and Ant-Man and Avengers 2. So really, I think Iron Man 3 is a good example of setting up a new storyline. So Tony and the other characters in Iron Man 3, it feels like they're all grounded up. They're all interesting, and they get me invested into the film and the story. The story is so fantastic than Iron Man 2. Iron Man 2 was just a prologue. Iron Man was just an origin. So Iron Man 3 is really well-crafted story. Has a lot of bloody violence. It has bloody violence, and it has violence. It also tells a story about a man who almost died, and also tries to make up for it by spending time with his loved ones more, trying to perfect his equipment, and trying to defend himself and protect his loved ones. So basically, I think Iron Man 3 is such a good example of Phase 2, and I think Phase 2 is gonna blow off really quickly. Phase 1 was just an introduction, but Phase 2 is gonna go woo! So basically, Iron Man 3 is gonna be better and fantastic. I recommend you watch this trailer. People are probably making reviews and thoughts about this now, so I'm gonna put mine up. Iron Man 3, it's the DC's Dark Knight Rises, but better, darker tone, more established universe, and great characters we can relate to. This is me, ShadowCool 9000. People watch my video, or whatever, watch my other videos, or watch the trailer for this movie. The movie will blow your mind. I mean, the movie and the trailer will blow your mind. So watch the trailer for Iron Man 3. And I hope we see more of action of Iron Man 3 and Tony almost getting killed a lot in this film.